My name's Nancy Cartwright. I'm a professor of philosophy here in the Department of Philosophy, Logic and Scientific Method at the LSE, and I'm going to tell you something about my current research. I start with some questions. When should a child be taken from its parents? Is financial education for adolescent women in Tanzania or Uganda going to help break the cycle of poverty in those countries? Is the London pickup and drop-off bike rental program reducing pollution? The question is, how do you know what the right answers to questions like these are? Or, to be a little less demanding, what does it take to be able to make a reasonable bet on them? This is the focus of my current research on evidence-based policy. The philosophers of science have studied evidence forever, but for a very long time now, the focus has been primarily on evidence for scientific theories and hypotheses. For hypotheses that use the kinds of precise concepts that science demands and that fit into the rich interlocking networks of claims that are characteristic of scientific theories. My project, by contrast, is concerned with evidence for use. Evidence for claims about what we can and cannot do in the world and what the results might be. Okay. The research grows out of a lifelong study of causality, and especially from my last project on hunting causes and using them. The concern there was with theories of causality, accounts of what causality is. What are the central characterizing features of this relation? I was concerned with this strange metaphysical question because it promises to answer an essential or provide an answer. The answer promises to provide an essential and missing bridge. On the one hand, we have throughout the natural and the social sciences a variety of well-established and fairly well-understood methods for establishing or testing causal claims. On the other, there are various inferences we want to draw once a causal claim has been established. Causes, after all, are supposed to ground effective strategies. But what is it about causality that allows you to move from these scientific tests on the one hand to predictions about what will happen if we act on the other? Why should we think that these tests over here are good evidence for that policy prediction over there? Consider, Galileo measured the time it takes balls to roll down frictionless planes under the pull of gravity. Why are his results good evidence that our cannonballs will land in the enemy camp if we aim them just so? Now, there's no direct route for support to travel from one to the other. Galileo's experiments do support predictions about cannonballs, but they do so only very indirectly, because a lot of other very strong hypotheses hold as well. To make a prediction about what would happen were we to implement a concrete policy in a specific concrete situation, we need a causal model purpose-built for that situation, or so I have been coming to think. So my current research focuses on three questions. How do we go about building these models? What kinds of evidence can give us confidence that the models are good enough? And just what inferences can be licensed from them? Getting this right really matters, I believe. Otherwise, we are going to be making bad mistakes about child welfare or wasting money on financial education for teenage girls in Uganda or increasing cycling deaths in London and doing nothing at all for pollution here. Thank you.